which is Ani L'Deidi. The new Maimer Ani L'Deidi is a Maimer which the Rebbe said it in 1973. Shabbos Mevorchim ELUL, 1973. And the Maimer was said Shabbos Parsha Re'eh, blessing the new month of ELUL. Shabbos Parsha Re'eh, it was a Shabbos. The Maimer is not edited. The Maimer was said during the Shabbos Fabrengen, and it seemed like it was a Maimer Kein Sicha, but it's a Maimer that explains the basic concepts Pashit about the union of Elul and the verse Ani L'Deidi V'Deidi Li. So ready to begin the Maimer, the Rebbe begins Ani L'Deidi V'Deidi Li Harei B'Shishanim. That I am to my beloved is to me Harei B'Shishanim, the one that is a shepherd. In Shishanim goes on the union of roses. And the Rebbe is going to explain their significance, their Chassidische meaning. And the Alter Rebbe explains in the Likutei Torah and the Hasidic discourses that were printed in Parsha Re'eh, that Ani L'Deidi V'Deidi Li, these four words spell out an acronym of the word Elul. Ani and the L'Deidi, the Aleph and the Lamed, V'Deidi Li, and Aleph Lamed Vav Lamed is the acronym of the word Elul. And the ending letter of these four words are four yuds, Ani and L'Deidi and V'Deidi and Li, four yuds. The Koi Alu Arboim Yem Achreinim, this goes to relating to the 40 days Shalom Meishel Amorim, that Moshe Rabbeinu went up to heaven. And on this it says Kayomim Arishenim, that it's like the first days, the same way that the first 40 days were Beratzen, were in a very pleasant way, in the same way the relationship with the Eibishter in the last 40 days were also in a pleasant way. And the Mashenk in the middle 40 days, they were in a negative sense. From this we understand that it's a very great quality. And a wonderful quality is since the Yomim Achreinim, the last days, are similar to the first days, are removed on since we understand that the later day, the last 40 days, were similar to the first 40 days, so we understand that this already is already relevant to the first day of the 40 days, because all the 40 days are like as one. Since all the days are one mitzios, one entity, so therefore the first of the 40 days is like the whole 40 days. Yeah.
So you said that beginning and the end were both baratzim, and then you said in the middle of one. But if it's all like ones, then they should all be baratzim.
No, every 40 days is a separate group. Every 40 days is an entity for itself. What we're saying here is that the first day of the last 40 days. That's what he says. Like, in other words, Chodesh Elul is already a part of the 40 days. From this we see the great quality of all the days of Elul. It's also understood that this is a time that the 13 attributes of mercy are revealed then. So therefore we have to understand, since they are such auspicious days, and Sai mitzad the union of the 13 attributes of mercy. So why are they weekdays? Why are they weekdays and not the days that we commemorate? Ordinary days, 29 days of Elul, no Yom Tov. Yesh Lahesiv, the Rebbe adds, even the days of Shabbos that we have in this month, are not mitzad the quality of Chedesh Elul, since they come, they arrive after the weekdays. So therefore, Misha Torach be'erev Shabbos eichel b'Shabbos, someone that toiled himself and worked on Erev Shabbos, so he's the one that eats on Shabbos. In other words, it is not that the Shabbos is a special Shabbos because of Elul. It is because the person prepared Shabbos as he should prepare, and B'meila, the Shabbos is a special day. He accomplished the Shabbos. And here comes in an interesting linya that the Rebbe was very medayik and tzakikochten them. That on one hand we see that the Gemara tells us there's a difference between Shabbos and Yom Tov. By Yom Tov we say Mekadesh Yisrael v'Azmanim. In the blessing we say that Yidden, the Eibishter is the one that sanctifies Yidden and the Jewish nation. And the Halad, the Yom Tevim. The Yom Tov. It comes to Shabbos, we don't say Mekadesh Yisrael v'Shabbos. We say Mekadesh HaShabbos. So the Gemara tells us why. Because Yisrael inu dekachinu lizmane. Yidden are the ones that designated the Yom Tov. They set up the calendar when the Yom Tov will be. So b'meila mekadesh Yisrael v'azmanim, they have a shaychus in sanctifying the Yom Tov. Mashenke Shabbos is something that comes with derech b'meila. So the Rebbe says, still we see that there are certain inyanim that a person could contribute to the Shabbos. One of them is, the Gemara tells us, kol ha'ma'anek es ha'Shabbos. He gives einik to the Shabbos, which means how Shabbos, how special it is, he adds more pleasure, which means he contributes his share in it. Another dogma that Rabbi brings is Misha Torach be'erev Shabbos, I think is a dogma. That the Erev Shabbos is what the Shabbos is dependent on. It is the Aved of a Yid. In addition to that, the Rebbe says there's also B'shas, a person's in the desert. He doesn't know when Shabbos is, so it says he should count 6 days, and then he'll make Shabbos. So the Rebbe says, what does the 6 days mean? The Rebbe interprets, 6 days means that he's also doing an Aveda. He is bringing the Shabbos by counting first 6 days. So there's a hand, there's efforts on the part of a Yid, how he contributes to the Shabbos. So the Rebbe says, therefore, the whole of Elul is not days that they're auspicious days, but not something in a revealed state. Why is it not revealed?
He's contributing to his Shabbos, not
To
to Shabbos.
this,
His Einik, his this, his that. Not Shabbos is there anyway.
but if Shabbos would have brought the whole Hamshacha, he has nothing to do. By Yom Tov, L'moshel, he's doing the Kviyos of the Yom Tov. He's like designating when it is. By Shabbos, the Halacha says you count 6 days and then comes Shabbos. The preparing for Shabbos is negei also to the hashpah of Shabbos.
His Shabbos.
Right, but even his Shabbos, if it would be Mitzad L'mayla, he wouldn't have to do anything. Kommt fartik aheit. It says, but a person has to prepare. And as the Rebbe brings in the Ayem that it comes Wednesday, you start thinking, how should he prepare? And then comes Thursday, and he gives the first Wednesday, he's told, L'chun aranano, bitachon. Bitachon. So b'meila bitachon, he has bitachon, he feels secure, the Eibishter will give everything. Comes Thursday, 24 hours passed, he's nowhere. So he realizes he has to do something. So b'shas he sits Thursday night. He says he pushed it. The whole Ayem is apelatik. He sits Thursday night. He learns Chassidus. Comes to Friday night. He'll realize ki godel avaya mulol mei, that the Eibishter is greater. The greatness of the Eibishter. When the Rebbe starts out Wednesday, the Rebbe is speaking about preparing in 2 facets: preparing in Gashmias, preparing in Ruchnias. In Ruchnias, it'll get him there. Shaila is, what about the Gashmias? Learning Chassidus Thursday night. Shaila is, how will he get to the Gashmis? Dennoch wird noch a Shaila. How come he was told a whole day bitochen? He at Changechappen bitochen, when he knows that the Rebbe says Thursday and Ayemi, and the Rebbe says he understands he has to do something. So the Rebbe answered. We once mentioned that the Rebbe was asked a question, and the Rebbe answered that in nature a person tries whatever he could unter den Hand. The first thing he jumps bitochen. Comes to a day, he sees nothing happen, he comes to the thing. Which this is al derech, be'etzem, this is connected with another union that we can possibly connect, as the Gemara says in